And finally, we have Scorpio. Alright, Scorpio. So, welcome back. Welcome to Illuminaughty Mystex. How do you do? Okay, so, I did take a little bit of a break there in December, but I'm back and I am getting it together. I'm grooving, okay? You can watch the Happy New Year video. Kind of see some new things going on. Stuff to look out for, etc. It's nice to get caught up, get on the same page. Okay, other than that, let's just get to it, okay? So, to start, we're just seeing what's going on in the life of Scorpio. What's up with Scorpios? What's good for Scorpios? How we doing? Scorpios, okay? Scorpio. Nothing's coming out, eh? Gonna be like pulling teeth the whole reading? Scorpio. You're gonna be stubborn while you're watching the video. Death! You know what that means? That's the Scorpio card, okay? Feeling powerful, are we? Alright, man. I don't care. Okay. Think about something then. Think about something specific. And you'll get an answer, okay? But come on. I mean, I'm good with it. Okay, I'm pretty much gonna call it. One more good one. Bottom of the deck for Swords Truce, okay? Kind of a standstill, but anyway, moving on. Scorpio money, Scorpio work, Scorpio stuff. These came out rather quick, which they tend to, but you got two, so we'll take it. And then specialty today, the Halloween oracle I usually use for channeled messages, but today I am doing just one card, and it's to give a resolution, a New Year's resolution. Whoa. Haha, yummy money. Lady de los Muertos, Lady de los Muertos. Tip me, bitch. I'm just kidding, kind of, but you can like, share, subscribe, comments, watch twice to tip, you know what I mean? Leave a review and shit, whatever. Whatever. She showed up. Okay. The apple. Alright, let's get started. Bottom of the deck again, that Four of Swords, truce. So something's coming to an end or a conclusion, reaching an agreement, okay? Up top, that Death card, alright, we got the Scorpio card. You might be dealing with some loss, you might be dealing with some type of transition or another, but also focusing on yourself, okay? The Death card is the Scorpio card, so honestly, no better place to be than up front for a Scorpio reading, okay? So, doesn't have to be grim, but if it is what it is, right? To start, we have the Six of Discs, success, and the Fool, the journeyman, the explorer, okay? He's foraging ahead. I used that twice, but I'm pretty sure foraging is when you go looking for mushrooms and shit, so I don't know. I think I just mean forging ahead, but either way. Yeah, so could be financial success that leads you to a new journey. You know, you might be starting a new job or just like doing really well at your job or some other means of success, however you define it, whatever it is for you. It's taking you on a new journey and it's taking you forward on your path, whether it's a new path or your current path and it's a progression, more than likely something new. Otherwise it'd be more Chariot than Fool, because he's 0, so no expectations, right? So it's almost like it's not necessarily leaving it behind, but sort of putting everything out of your mind and just going towards it, whatever it is, the unknown even, okay? Open arms, open mind. Got quite a few face down cards here. Oh, no, only 3, but then more over here. So up top, face up, I should say, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is going to be about picking and choosing your battles and which battles you choose, okay? So, you know, maybe you are feeling like you're finally getting your shit together and you're just sort of letting go of pettiness. You're letting go of aggression. You're letting go of argumentativity. Sure. And you're just focusing on what matters. And you're putting your efforts towards what you need and what works for you. Okay? Face down. 7 of Wands, Valor, so courage. You know, going into battle with a brave face, knowing that you are protected and you are trained and you are ready for this and just going on. Especially with this journey here. Oh yeah, nice. This is a nice picture that they're painting for you, Scorpio. And then art, okay? So the art card is Sagittarius, focusing on creation. Maybe, for some reason, new interpretation came to mind. Like, maybe you're seeing something in a way that you've been looking at it for a long time, but you never recognized. Alright? Really honing in on your craft. Alright? Could also be sobriety for the sake of creation or otherwise. Okay? But also could be dealing with Sagittarius. Tower. Yeah. Wow. Wild, isn't it? You're trying, but things still fall apart, you know? And of course, the Tower this year has often represented the pandemic. So there might just be some things going on externally that is affecting you personally, like the pandemic. But it also might be that you already know how it works out with this person if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, or you realize that investing time in your art may not give you the fulfillment that you want it to, in a sense. Not really sure, because it's not, I mean, everything was going great, wasn't it? It was going well, good, and then bam, the Tower. Not so good, but Tower moment, okay? When you're up there and it comes crashing down. Happens to the best of us. I know I had a Tower moment last Scorpio season, not this past one, but 2019, and I think it was for the best. I do. Sometimes things have to fall apart for them to come together. So even though you feel like you're getting it together and you're really focusing on yourself and you're really like cherishing every moment and doing things that need to be done too, you know, it seems like you're putting in the right efforts in the right places, and yet shit still sucks. You know, it's almost like, I don't want to say karma, because I try not to speak on things that I only know a little bit about at the end of the day, right? But think of it this way: you been horrible for years or something. You've just been like mean or standoffish or lazy or unfaithful or something like that. All right, and I'm not accusing anybody's. Obviously, it's not specific because this is a general reading. And I'm not saying that you have to be any of those things. I'm just saying think of something that's not so hot quality. All right, you've just been ugly in some way, shape, or form. But these past few months, you've been doing a lot of work and you're finally all this effort, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, that's where the karma comes in. Cool, you're doing it now, but you haven't always been doing it. You know, so that doesn't mean that just because you put in this effort for the last few months doesn't mean that it's just automatically going to work out for the next few years, because there's a lot to unpack there where it's like, you completely forgot about all these other things that have happened. You can't just ignore them, and you can't expect other people to ignore them either. So, whatever that tower is for you, again, could just be pandemic stuff. It often is. It does seem like you definitely did get your shit together, and things are pretty solid. Make no mistake. I don't want you to trip and fall here, but if it happens, it happens, okay? We have more face down cards, and then we have this Princess of Cups, okay? So, changing your mindset, but here's the thing. Here's what I'm seeing here. Princess of Cups is like, okay, I need to kind of recalibrate in the head. Then you have the moon, which is Pisces. So sticking with that water energy. The only zodiac you have so far is you have Sagittarius, but double water, alright? So the moon is kind of like things that are tough times, and what you do in those times to yield whatever outcome that you truly desire, right? So here's the thing. This tower moment, you're like, I've been on my best behavior and I've been doing so good and I'm putting in all this fucking effort and this is what I get in return. Well, you know what? That whole mindset, that doesn't mean we're moving in a positive direction. Okay? Because what do? You start, I don't want to say abuse, but it's like self-abuse. It's like self-torture, self-cruelty, possibly using. Nine of Swords, cruelty, right? So Ten of Swords is like when the things around you fall apart. Nine of Swords is like the things within you falling apart. You totally let it get to you. You let it get under your skin. And you basically fall off the wagon. And you start acting the way you did before you were doing good. Because you're like, well, there's no point, because it all sucks anyway. Fuck it. I don't care. And then followed by the Nine of Swords is the Ten of Wands, which is oppression. So these are both like really bad. I mean, really bad. Really bad. So I think moral of that story is you're impatient. You want results now because you're doing what you need to do, and this is what you know you gotta get through, and blah 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 blah. And the minute you aren't getting what you want out of it immediately, you just want to throw in the towel and fuck it up, fuck shit up, fuck yourself up, get fucked up. Okay? Not cool. This Ten of Wands being oppression, and also Wands being fire, Wands being emotions. Really stressful, maxed out, no more room in there kind of thing, paired with this card that represents self-torture, but also a lot of times using, okay, like beyond drinking kind of using, right? Again, no accusations. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who you are. It's not personal, it's a general reading, but it's just things to be aware of, and things and a pattern to recognize, right? You're more comfortable kind of doing all this because this just doesn't work fast enough for you. It takes time, and there's gonna be bumps along the road, especially if, again, you've been shitty in a situation like at work or in a relationship or just in general, or to your friends, or whatever, right? It's been not great. And then you're like, well, I'm great now, so why am I not experiencing greatness? Well, it takes time. Are you going to give up? Give in? Just accept that it is what it is and torture yourself forever and shit? Like, you have to be patient. Princess of Swords and change. Okay, so this is reiterating my point. When the change is in reverse and when nothing changes, Princess of Swords. You stay in the princess energy, which, come on, do you not want to be on some queen shit? Regardless if you're a man or a woman, water is a feminine element, so we're being represented by the ladies, and that's fine. Accept it. Either way, you want to stay on this petty bullshit, this misguided, no direction, pointless aggression. You want that? That's what happens when you go back to this. No change. No efforts being put in, right? Or flip that shit. Change. Be the change that you need to receive. Okay? And let go of this petty. Let go of this particularness, even. Right? Like perfectionism, maybe. Or putting that pressure on other people, I think, is a problem. She gets in people's business. Okay? Lots of projections here, right? Change that attitude. And these, we have Prince of Wands, okay? So emotionally, again, the princesses, like, not a great place to be because this shit is not for kids. So why you getting kitty cards? You feel me? Could be dealing with a son, especially if he's a fire sign, but it's very emotional immaturity, right? You're kind of like, maybe even getting mad at me right now saying this shit, like, you don't know me and I don't have to be any type of way. I can be whoever I want. And then he goes charging off into the distance and he doesn't even know where he's going. He has no control over his chariot. Like, he's a mess and he's flying and he's just like moving things really fast. Again, patience is going to be key right now. Then we got Six of Wands, victory. Okay, if you can overcome, or maybe this is what works for you, is this emotional immaturity for whatever fucking reason that would be. And the Nine of Discs, gain. Seems a little bizarre to get these three together because 2 out of 3 are really good. But maybe that Prince of Wands is just, rather than being the emotionally suppressed fuckboy that he is, maybe this is more to represent you starting your personal, emotional, and mental growth here. And you're starting that journey and beginning to address your feelings and shit. Okay? And that's how you win. That's how you become victorious. And that's how you're gonna get the most out of your situation. You're satisfied with the 6 of Discs when what's waiting for you is the 9 of Discs. Okay? Get that money right. Speaking of money, let's go right into these demons. I don't remember who we pulled here. I know we got 2 of them. We got Allosaur. Opened right up to him. Allosaur. Okay. Focus on liberal sciences, including observation and charting. Okay, that is so oddly specific. Unless you're a sailor, which, Scorpio, sounds like a very suitable job for you, doesn't it? I'm going to drink water while we're talking about it. You may have a gift in astrology, doing birth charts or whatever. I don't. I do tarot. I'm a mystic. I channel. I'm a medium, but I don't do the charts and the stars and all that shit. But you might. Okay, you might have an untapped gift that you don't even know about. But liberal sciences, I am gonna be honest, I have no idea what that entails. I'm thinking like literature or something. Why would literature be liberal science? I think it's more like psychology. Okay, clearly I have no idea. But focus on liberal sciences. If we're talking observation, if that doesn't really apply to you, you can spend more time observing and watching and seeing what goes on around you rather than get in it and being center of attention or being part of the action. Just kind of kick back and just see what goes on when you don't get involved, kind of thing. And then again, charting. I just lean towards birth charting because I don't know what else that means other than like sailing and charting the seas or whatever. So take it however it resonates, because it is one of those oddly specific cards. But if you are into astrology, I would say keep going on that journey. All right, so then we got Demas, whatever his name is. Okay. Maybe even look into your own chart too. Might help you pick a career path or something if that's been hard for you to figure out. Aspects of yourself, if you need help on this journey of growth and stability and you don't trust a therapist or something, like look into your chart and just see if it helps. You know what I mean? Alright. Beware of misinformation through the telephone game, gossip, and rumors passed through many sources until the original facts are completely lost. So, if you are working right now, don't believe a goddamn thing anybody says unless it comes from the source, okay? If someone says, oh, I heard there's going to be this is going to happen and the big guys are going to come in and they're going to do all this. Okay, says who? Till you hear it from that person saying, I'm going to do this and that and this and that, believe nothing, okay? Especially because people might be trying to rile you up and get your gears going, but just, you know, avoid that water cooler talk, so to speak. Alright, and then we have Apple, risk and reward. So your New Year's resolution is going to be to go for it. Making yourself emotionally vulnerable does count as a risk, and it would yield a great reward. Starting a new career path, super big risk, but yield great rewards. Okay? Making that investment towards yourself or towards another person could be a real risk, but I'm seeing reward. Putting yourself out there, putting yourself on the line, exposing yourself, huge risks that Scorpios don't take well to. Big rewards, okay? So your resolution, take a bite of that apple, baby. You don't know what's going to happen. It could be Eve, it could be Snow White, don't matter. It's going to be something, alright? It's going to be better than that. Those are both really bad, actually, examples of when you shouldn't eat an apple, but this one's good, I promise. This is a good apple. So, apple a day keeps the doctor away. That could be your resolution too if you don't really resonate with the whole risk and reward thing. But this year, take more risks. You don't have to be so mysteriously calculated, okay? Take more risks. Put yourself out there. You will find many benefits come from that, okay? So, that's what I got for you, Scorpio. I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. As always, yeah.